Awesome. Well, good to see you all again. Really excited to be here this week. We just finished up our one-match week where we were on the road against St. Thomas on Thursday, but super excited for this coming week. We have 3 home games. We've got NDSU on Tuesday at 7 p.m. in the Betty. Then we're home again Thursday against Omaha at 7 p.m. And then we finish off the homestand Saturday facing St. Thomas, who we just played just a week ago, again Saturday at noon. But really excited for 3 home matches against 3 really good teams. It's always fun to have our in-state rivalry match against NDSU, which is coming up on Tuesday, which we're excited about. And more important than anything, I'm here to kind of brag and recognize one of our athletes who hit an incredible milestone over the weekend. Against St. Thomas, Elizabeth Norris collected her 500th career kill, which now puts her at 1,700 assists, over 700 digs, over 500 kills, 50 aces, and 100 career blocks. And she's the only person in the history of our program to ever accumulate stats in every single one of those categories. On top of spending the last 2 years being top 5 in the country in triple-double, she was 5th last year, she was 2nd the year before. And so just an incredible athlete that's able to produce in so many different ways for us on the court. So super proud of her, and the recognition that she's getting from that is very much well-deserved, as she's been such a stalwart for us in every area over the last 3 years that I've been here. But really excited to get going again. 3 matches at home this week against 3 really good opponents, and we're excited to get into the second half of conference play after we face the Bison on Tuesday.
Elizabeth's milestone, I just wanted to ask you a little bit. This year, is it an extension of what you've seen previously, or is it some reinvented version?
Yeah, I think this year our roster is a little different. So we've got Elizabeth playing in a lot of different roles at different times. And she's attacked for us, she's set for us, so she's playing in the back row really, really well. But from a skill-to-skill basis, it's just a continuation and an evolution of who she is. I mean, we've seen every year her statistics in each category continue to improve. She's averaging more assists per set this year than she ever has in her career, and more digs per set, and she's having a really strong serving season as well. And so for us, just to see that she's put in the work, and then you're obviously seeing the outcomes of that, like her growth in each of those respective areas, is really, really fun to see. What's
the key in the North Dakota State matchup?
Yeah, they're a really scrappy team. They work really hard on defense. They're a little less disciplined than some of the other teams that we play in our conference, and so they're going to give you opportunities in different spaces where we're going to have some opportunities to score. But they also have a really phenomenal player in Allie Hinsey, who's going to be more than likely she's going to be the first 5-time All-Summit League player in conference history this year. I imagine she's going to get another nod this season. But she's doing a lot of different things for them. She'll hit on the left, she'll hit on the right. She plays left back, she plays middle back, she plays right back defense. There's even a rotation where she sets for them in rotation 4, which is something that she hasn't done in the past. And so she's carrying a huge load for them in a lot of different ways. And so anytime you play NDSU over the last 5 years, it's how well can you contain Hinsey. And if you can do that, you've got a shot to take him down.
As the rivalry pertains to volleyball, do you sense any different feeling when this one comes around on the schedule?
Oh, yeah. I mean, with the last 2 years, we've split with them in the regular season both times. 3 of those 4 matches have gone 5 sets. I remember the first year in 2022 when I was here, when we were down in Fargo, and there was a protest that took about 30 minutes and had the entire crowd booing me for the entire time. That's a ton of fun. But I love college rivalries. I think it's one of the things that makes NCAA sports so much fun, is to have those in-state rivalries where people are really familiar with each other as teams, but also as programs and as fans. And I think it adds a little extra juice to the fire. But at the end of the day, it's another game for us, and it's another chance for us to go out and show what we've been working on and the things that we've grown at.
How beneficial was the one-match week for you guys, especially as you get ready for the back half of Summit League play here?
Yeah, it was huge. I mean, just the chance to stay home on Saturday and get a little extra recovery. And, we're in the midst of midterm season, so we got a little extra time to study and kind of catch up on our schoolwork as well, especially before coming into the 3-match week. We're at a huge advantage in that not only did we have Saturday off, but we're also home for all 3 matches this week, which not everybody gets to do. And so for us, it's, all right, can we capitalize on that? Can we take advantage of the fact that we are at home and that we get to be in our own beds and we get to go to class and take care of our schoolwork? And so we're excited to go out and show how that rest has impacted us.
You're talking about Elizabeth having a stat in every category like that. How special is it for you to have a player like that that's able to really do it all out there on the court?
I mean, it's incredible. I haven't coached a player at any other program that I've been at that's been able to do it at that level in every single category. And the fun part is that now you've got athletes on our team that are younger and athletes that we're recruiting that are like, I want to do that. And you can see Katie Revere and Tegan Timperley, who are our other two setters on the team, are also learning how to play in all of those different phases as well. And we're going to run out of subs at some point when you go 26-28 or 28-30. And so having people that are that versatile and able to contribute in so many ways means that, we played Omaha in the second set. They ran out of subs, and they had a 5-4 libero playing in the front row. And for us, it's not a concern if somebody like Elizabeth or Katie or Tegan has to play all the way around because they're able to do it at a really high level.
Which of those career marks is the most impressive to you for her?
Man, I've always known Elizabeth was a really great setter. I think we've seen her defense, her ability to dig balls really improve over the last 3 years. And so that's a really cool one to see. But honestly, the fact that she's able to do it in every category, there just aren't that many people that are that good in every phase of the game. And so truly, we're going to miss her when she's gone because it's just been a blast to work with her and help her grow in all of those different ways.
Hey, Coach, just you guys have had some close sets, some close matches. What kind of needs to happen to make sure you close out a match in the way you can?
Yeah, I think for us, it's just continuing to hammer the rock in all of those areas and continuing to stack the good over time. For us, we look at the stats and we look at the volleyball, and the reality is we are right there. And some of those times we're behind a little bit and we push back, and some of those times we're ahead and the other team will catch up, but that's volleyball. There's momentums and it goes back and forth all the time. But to know that we're that competitive and the things that we're doing are working, let's keep hammering the rock and let's stay true to who we are. We don't have to change things to compete against these teams. We're already competing against these teams. It's can we do those things at a really high level for longer periods of time?
Obviously, we kind of talked about that earlier with the big rivalry matchup. Does it change how you prepare heading into a matchup like that?
Not at all. No, there might be a little extra enthusiasm when we go through the scout and we get to watch people play, but we're going to prepare the same way. We're going to talk about their offense. We're going to talk about their defense. We're going to talk about our offense and our defense. And we really want to go out and make sure that we treat every opponent the same. This one just happens to wear a certain color green. That's the wrong color. Yeah.
Kind of bouncing off of that, sticking to preparing, like you talked about, Ali Hensey is a beast out there. How do you prepare to face an athlete like that?
Yeah, I think it's actually really unique because a lot of the teams in our conference really rely heavily on a single player. We see that with Ora Roberts and Trinity Freeman, where she carries a massive load for them. Denver really relies on Cassie Davis to carry a pretty big load for them as well. And so we're used to playing teams where it's one person that carries a really large load and then trying to contain them. I think Hensey's just a little unique because she's even more versatile than the rest of those players that we just mentioned on that list. And she's really fun to play against because she brings it every single day. And we like playing really good teams and we like playing really good athletes because it brings out the best in us as well.
What's something that you're hoping your team can execute on the court this weekend, obviously besides winning a rival, but what else? Yeah,
if we're able to stay true to ourselves, we're able to continue to show up how we want to as the people that we are and the team that we are, and then continue to stay true to our process. Like, let's play UND volleyball, let's be relentless, let's be professional, let's be caring, and let's have a ton of fun.